Welcome to the Shoujo podcast, where I, Sarah, introduce my friend Joe to shoujo anime. This week, we are kicking off a brand new series, Hana-Kimi, and we'd like to welcome anyone who's new to the podcast joining us for this series. I have not seen this one, actually. It's one that I just remember seeing the manga for a lot. I've been collecting manga since I was 13, so around the time that this was wrapping up is when I was kind of first getting into it. But the anime is new, so a part of the whole movement to, like, I guess, bring manga that never got an adaptation in anime, it's happening now. So we're excited to cover that. But first, we like to shoot the shit here and catch up because we're for realsies friends, and this is how me and Joe stay in touch. So Joe, want to introduce yourself for any new listeners and update us on what's going on in your life?
Hi, my name is Joe. I haven't watched very much shoujo.
I was like rambling. You wouldn't think there was another freaking host on this podcast with how long I was going.
I'm still looking up stuff about Hana-Kimi, and I'm finding fascinating things out about it.
Okay, good. I know you were like, I know you for a second you were convinced there was nothing interesting about anime about
that
high
jump.
That
is not true. I was convinced that there's something interesting about high jump, but let me tell you, after these first two episodes, I am not convinced that high jump is cool still.
Yeah, agreed.
I am still not
anime
on
sure
board.
Does seem to think so. But we'll get to that. But yeah, Joe, you I mean, obviously we've been doing the podcast for 2 years, so
yes,
we have 8 series that you now are familiar with for shoujo.
That's right.
We've done a little bit of school life, and this series we're returning to that. And I guess we have had a few protagonists that have kind of done the whole cross-dressing, but this is the first one where I guess we're supposed to believe that or the world believes that they're a dude when they're presenting themselves as such.
What was the other one?
Well, I mean, Atena, she kind of dresses as a boy.
Oh, sure, but that's not
or
really...
wears, like, the boy's uniform. And then, freaking... Lady Oscar, literally raised as a boy.
But, like, it's not the same. They're not, like...
No, it's not the same.
Yeah,
but
it's not
that's the closest we've
This
gotten.
is not, like, pretending on purpose.
Yeah, Hana-Kimi is the first full-blown one we're doing, but this is very much a trope in shoujo manga.
Yeah.
And it often is tied to sports. The first one I read was Mo Kare, where, like, no, is that true? Nope, that's false. By that author. But it's like some girl who's like, it's basically She's the Man, but anime is a popular thing.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
But the one I'm thinking of is like, I want to be a soccer player and blah, blah, blah. The best team is the boys team or something. But yeah.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
Yeah, you're learning, so I guess I could cover what I've been up to.
Yeah,
while you do that, and you can half listen to my uninteresting life.
I listen to your life.
Well, I can't say there's any. Well, that's not true. I've done stuff. Dear new listeners, my name's Sarah, and I am trying to do more with my free time because normally I would just stay home and play video games or watch reality TV. I went to a singles event on Saturday. That was okay. I was not super into the dudes at all, but I made a new lady friend, and I'm excited about that. So yeah, I've signed up for another singles thing this coming weekend, and I've joined like a girls group for like actually committing. Oh, and I got a gym membership. So we're committing financially to working out regularly. So I've already gone a few times. Oh, and I got a facial today. We're just doing everything in the last like 5 days. Got a facial. Got my toes done. Yeah, been pampering myself / working out / socializing. And still watching Demons of the Shadow Realm and 4 Agents of Seasons or whatever that show's called. And then excited for Love Island to start. I think that's I think that's all I have to report. Oh, and continue getting closer, but never quite there for finishing Expedition 33. I like rage quit last night. I was like so mad.
They're getting harder? Is that why?
Yeah, well, I'm like trying to do basically I encountered 2 like I Google to the hardest bosses in the game. So, and I'm not very good at the game. Even though I'm playing it on the easiest setting, I am still struggling immensely. So, I was basically like, that's it. That tears it. I'm done last night for playing. But I played for like 8 hours yesterday. So maybe I just was at my limit. How about you, Joe? What have you been up to? Tell us everything.
I burned my hand on coffee this morning.
Oh no!
And I'm unhappy about it. Yeah, we have this coffee machine.
Shoujo script writing hand.
No, it's my right hand, which I don't use for anything, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we have this coffee machine in my building that, pours coffee, and it's hot. And it's like you can pick 6 ounces or 8 ounces, and they have cups, and the cups fit 8 ounces. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just put like a cup down there, and then I'll fill it up with 8 ounces. Normal stuff you do. Except the thing with machines, we all know this, having interacted with machines before, sometimes they deposit more or less into the cup. And this time, it deposited more. So I got probably about 9 ounces in there. So it's like up to the rim. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I tried to put a lid on it, but it's like on a little elevated thing. So like I couldn't really get the lid on there. So I was going to take it off. I was going to carefully take it out and then put it down on the table and then put the lid on it. And as I was moving it, it got all over my hand and burned my hand. And I have a little burn on my hand now.
Oh no.
Probably like a 1st degree burn. So I am upset with coffee today. That was bad.
So you were like triggered when I was like, oh, coffee and coffee cake, the best pairing ever.
I thought you were going to include that in your intro, and I was going to like transition to be like, well, coffee betrayed me today, but that didn't happen.
Sorry. So okay. Well,
the opportunity.
At least you got to mention.
I'm just going to have to talk about the funny joke I was going to say without actually saying it. That's good. That's consolation prize to me.
Yeah.
If you're a new listener, you probably don't know this because you're a new listener. I'm watching all of the Disney animated theatrical films in release order. And that includes every studio that they either were part of them or they bought, but at the time they bought it, right? So I think eventually we'll get like Fox, whatever, or something. But this last week, we watched Toy Story, the first Pixar movie.
Ooh.
Toy Story 1 from 1995. And that movie holds up pretty well.
Groundbreaking.
Not that much else to say about it. It's a good movie. Some parts look kind of jank, but that's fine because it's an old movie and I kind of appreciate it. I appreciate that the dog looks weird. It's fine.
The Slinky dog? Or
No. Sid's dog.
Neighbor's dog.
Scud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have not. Honestly, I don't think I've watched Toy Story since I was a kid, probably.
It's been a long time.
Good to revisit.
Yeah, so it was interesting. It's much punchier than I was expecting.
I remember, or I am going to mention other podcasts on my own podcast a lot. If you're not familiar, What Went Wrong movie podcast, they did cover. Your glasses just fogged up. They covered Toy Story, and apparently, like, Woody was like a real asshole. Like they really had to pull it back on his character. Like he was totally unlikable, and they're like, "This movie sucks. No one's gonna like it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is like, oh, but it's.
Yeah, he still kind of has that energy in the first one.
Yeah, yes, he's kind of a dick.
Yes, which I kind of like, honestly.
Curmudgeon.
Like, I get why the kids wouldn't like that, but I, as an adult, now having to look down the barrel of Toy Story 6 or whatever, think it's kind of funny that he's like a jerk in Toy Story 1.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I relate. When I was always like, as a kid, and I think I've gotten over this for the most part, but maybe slightly into teenagehood, was very much possessive of my relationships and like felt threatened by new friends to friends of mine because I thought they were gonna like, be like, Sarah's old news. Let me just hang out with this new person instead. So I can relate to Woody's abrasiveness.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Next, we're watching, I don't know. We're watching James and the Giant Peach next, which will be fascinating because I had that movie on VHS and I don't remember anything about it.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. Because we're in the Disney Renaissance, right? So it's like we're watching a bunch of movies that I remember really well. Like we're watching Aladdin and we're watching, although we watched Pocahontas, I didn't really remember Pocahontas at all. And it turns out there's good reason I don't like Pocahontas that much. But I don't remember anything about James and the Giant Peach.
There's like a weird rhino chasing in his, or like
they're like bugs. He's friends with bugs.
Yeah, and like a rhino killed his parents or something. I don't remember. That sounds awesome. So. It is a creepy. I mean, I don't remember thinking it was that creepy as a kid, but thinking back on it, I'm like, it's kind of creepy. I guess the child mind is maybe more accepting of things.
Yeah.
It's kind of well, I guess, is it by oh god, what's the guy who does Coraline? And
I don't think it's not Studio Leica. I think does it predate them? Surely it does.
The guy who does Chris the Nightmare Before
Yes, it is that same one. It's Skellington Productions.
Yeah.
Which is why we're watching
very much that, which I didn't watch that until I was like 20, I think.
Yeah, the director goes on to do Coraline later. Yeah.
Okay.
Henry Selick.
Called it.
Selick.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that name. Well, maybe you'll like it. More than
maybe
Pocahontas.
I'll like it. That's true. Yeah. I think it'll probably be pretty good. Who knows? It's a weird one. But yeah. The other thing that's very odd is like in the course of, so like I'm watching all of these, right? And there's like 128 or something total movies. And we've gotten up to 1995 and we've only watched 44 of them.
I'm so worried.
There's so many like that's been released in like a short period of time.
10-year endeavor.
Yeah, it's gonna be
in
kind of brutal
by the time we're done.
Yes, so it's very odd how things go. But we'll see.
Are you watching these weekly, or it's just kind of
one a week typically? Sometimes we take breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that is supposed to be the pace. Yeah. And speaking of stuff I'm doing, I'm still making my way through Gundam Seed, and it sucks kind of less now.
Well, that's good.
Because we're doing
Reward you for sticking it out.
Here's the problem. Kira sucks. And I don't like him. And it's much better when he's not in it. But unfortunately, he's the main character. And he contributes basically nothing to the story, in my opinion. And honestly, I'm just more interested in what the adults are doing. What's going on with LaFlago? What's going on with
you? What are
Ramius?
These names?
Yeah, dude, they're Gundam names. They have ridiculous names. They give everybody absurd names in this, which is pretty good. That's probably the best part of Gundam Seed is that they give everybody stupid names. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Star Fox, any news there?
I'm still playing Guard, I'm still having a good time. There's a lot of levels in Guard. Let me tell you, it's gonna take some getting through it.
Well,
but I'm enjoying it more.
It's you. Clearly a man dedicated to grinding.
That's right.
I love say you don't like grinding.
Going through stuff. What should I go through after Star Fox? I'm almost done. I just need to replay 2 and that's it.
I don't know.
Has there been a series that you're like, oh, I bet I would like it if I got into this, but who has time for that?
Well, in my mind, I'm never like, oh, I don't have time to do that. I have plenty of time to do things. It's just a matter of applying myself.
What's stopping you? Go read all of Higurashi or something.
Being lazy.
Go play Fate Stay Night or whatever.
No.
Just play these long ass visual novels.
Those are. You really want. Remember when we were gonna make like a visual novel or dating sim, and you're like, we'll just make them shapes.
Yeah, it's because we didn't have an art. Listen, I know how to program.
That would have been. Look, you should have learned then.
And you were an artist.
Rely on Sarah to do something. She doesn't do stuff because people ask her to. It's like
that's true.
So,
but here we are with this podcast, which is almost like a visual novel. If you close your eyes and imagine what we look like, listener, it's basically a visual novel. And also imagine you're pressing A in between each of our sentences. It's basically the same experience.
What do you think people think you look like based off your voice?
I don't know. I always have that weird thing where like I will listen to podcasts for years and never look up what anybody looks like. This is why I don't like video podcasts, honestly. I feel like it takes something away from the appeal of podcasts to me, which is disembodied voice that I'm not relating to anything. So I don't want you, listener, please imagine nothing while I'm talking. That is my dream, is to just
imagine Excalibur from Soul Eater.
Yeah, like I'm like a weird shape, you know? That's good. If I get the Star Fox game, I could have the new Star Fox game. I could have a little VTuber with Fox's face, his gross ass, realistic looking face. Wouldn't that be nice?
Speaking of VTubers, I had a friend this morning. Mox, okay, my cat is like very
she's on you
present right now. Just chuck her. Moxie, I'm allergic. We haven't started the allergy shots yet. Girl, get out of my face. A friend texted being like, hey, I'm going to like start streaming with a VTube character. Can you send me some like anime characters that kind of remind you of me? And I was like, that's kind of a fun exercise to do.
Oh. Like designing
like,
your person?
Yeah. Or like if you had to pick anime characters that reminded you of me, Sarah, what would you like does anything come to mind? Because she was like, oh, it could be personality or appearance. Because what if it's like you say one and I hate them?
I watch a lot of like action stuff is the problem.
Well, I'm not action packed.
And I don't consider big actions a huge part of your personality.
I go to the gym now. What are you talking about? I'm a person with a gym membership.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know. I've never really thought about this. I'm pretty bad about this, especially if it's like if you've ever wanted to like cosplay a character or something. I'm like, oh, who'd you want to cosplay? I'm like, I literally don't identify with any of these people. Or even kind of look like any of them. Yeah, so it's kind of tough.
The clown. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like I could think of, like, I would have to look them up. I feel like I could think of characters whose, like, demeanor reminds me of you, Joe.
Okay.
With the, like, you know, kind of straight face, but saying crazy stuff kind of characters.
Bandit Keith. I think I'm like Bandit Keith from Yu-Gi-Oh! The American guy.
Bandit? Oh, God.
You looking up a picture of him? Yeah. Hell yeah. Do I remind you of Pegasus? Is that pretty good? I like him too.
Oh my God, Joe. Maybe I should just try and watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe that's something I could try. I remember liking...
Oh, the English dub. I have all of it. I got it all on DVD, baby.
Yeah.
All the DVDs line up to make a picture of Exodia. It's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Freaking. That's so annoying. He was set up for victory. And it was a bug guy who... No, which one ruined it for him?
Who, Bandit Keith?
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! He had Exodius or whatever.
Oh, yeah. It was Weevil Underwood.
Yeah, freaking screw that guy. Oh God, honestly, it would be very entertaining to maybe we just watch like a reel of the craziest dub lines from that show. That'd be a fun. But I feel like there's so many.
Yeah, good. I haven't. It's been a while since I watched it. I do remember watching the whole thing.
I distinctly remember his name. Where it's like, oh.
Yeah, you got Rex Raptor, the Dino Duelist. Yeah, they got some pretty good names. The localization, like questionable localization in terms of voices we're giving people and stuff we're saying and like editing out the guns so people are just pointing at each other at certain points. Good idea to add the Shadow Realm.
Remember
Excellent decision.
What?
And also the name.
That's not a thing?
Yeah, no, that's a localization thing.
Oh.
Because they're like, oh, you die if you lose this duel, but they're like, oh, we can't have kids see that. So they invented the Shadow Realm as like something that happens that's the equivalent of dying. But it's somehow worse as described in the thing.
But at least it's not dying.
Yes. I remember like
at least he can exist in misery.
It's very weird, the like content restrictions on like kids media. I remember like there was like an interview with somebody, maybe it was like Alex Hirsch or something, that was like, you're not allowed to show people dying on screen in a kid's thing, which is like, obviously, right? Like, you can't have them get shot or like bleed or any of that stuff, but you can have them explode. So if you just frame a character death as an explosion, it's fine, because that doesn't look that graphic, even though it is like conceptually worse in several ways. It is also like, you can do anything you want to robots. Like, you can like gruesomely destroy them, which is what happens in like Samurai Jack all the time. Which is why he's always fighting robots. Very funny.
Yeah, I guess that's the easy workaround.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty good. But yeah, good names in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Very much. Dear new listeners, I know you came in and you're like, this is a shoujo podcast, and all we're doing is talking about like not shoujo things, but we will get to, or we are getting
That's the
to
whole
that.
second segment.
Yeah, I know.
We're about to only talk about it for like an hour or less. Okay.
Yes.
Or more. I don't know. How much do you have to say about this?
We have 2 episodes. Honestly, I've got thoughts and they're pretty straightforward. So we'll see.
Okay. Because I also have thoughts. So should we do it?
Yes.
Is this the transition point where we're going? All right. We're talking about Hana-Kimi now, which is an anime that came out in January of 2026. This year.
That's why we're covering it. We're trying to be hip with the new stuff that the kids are watching these days.
Yeah. Which is interesting because this is not a new manga.
Nope.
This manga was created by Hisaya Nakajo in 1996 and ran to 2004 for 23 volumes. Unfortunately, I learned, or sadly, I don't know.
I saw that the ending credits.
Yes, the mangaka
has a little scene.
Died 2023 heart disease at age 50, which is pretty young.
That is so young. That's crazy.
Yeah, had a couple other series.
Stressful being a manga artist.
One called Missing Piece, one called Sugar Princess, and then like several one shots and things like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just remember seeing this around a lot. 23 volumes is a significant duration.
Yep.
For a shoujo.
I mean, it ran for what? 7 years?
Yeah. Well, because I feel like at the time, the standard, or a lot of shoujo manga was like 7 volumes was the sweet spot. So it was like at the time rare to see ones longer than that. So this is pretty long compared to that.
Yeah, this is a long time for this premise, I will say.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So this is
I basically have, or I have a manga called Girl Got Game that's 10 volumes, but pretty much similar, except it was like her dad wanted her to be on the basketball team, and so he made her go to this school.
Oh, so it is,
and she like.
It is the Rosa
very
Versailles.
Similar. So it's a very common, yeah, totally, yes. Yeah, so this is very much like if you want to know what shoujo was like in 2004, this is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. This anime was created by Studio Signal MD, which is like, on their Wikipedia page, it says they dissolved in June 2025, which doesn't make any sense, but they like operated, they're like a spin-off under Production IG, and then I guess they just got like included in Production IG. I don't know. They made a couple stuff, including some stuff that's coming out this year, so I don't know why it said it's dissolved. They made like Platinum End, that's one that I recognized. They made Aaron the Southpaw, that's a new one. Some other stuff I wasn't familiar with, like The Fire Hunter and Nina the Starry Bride.
Oh, that's a Nina the Starry Bride. That's one. My sister freaking loves that anime.
Okay, cool.
So that's a shoujo.
Yep. So they made that. This is what, 12 episodes this show is?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The director is Takamura Natsuki. At least that's who's credited. Who doesn't really have any other director credits of what I saw on the my anime list. The only one that was Go Go Vehicle Zoo, which is like a short children's show that are like 2-minute episodes, I think. Something like that.
Sounds like freaking Adolescence of Utena, just vehicle zoo, menagerie of weird cars.
Yes. So, that's interesting. But the screenwriter is Takao Yoshioka, who has done quite a bit of screenwriting, like anime screenwriting. It seems like a lot of adaptation, including things like Elfen Lied. Or Elfen Lied? Is that how you say that?
I feel like lead. I don't know. I saw a guy with a tattoo of that the other day.
Oh, was it a good tattoo?
It was just the chick, the girl with the ears.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was especially good.
Did things like Working, which is kind of a romance thing. They did Your Lie in April, the screenwriting for that, and they did screenwriting for Horimiya.
Horimiya.
Yep.
Yeah, those are two big romance ones.
Yep. As long as along a lot of other ones that don't seem to be romance ones.
Well, at least this person has some relevant experience. Freaking, was this just where the shoujos are just where directors go to like get practice and then they can do?
Well, I mean, the director was like a storyboard artist, has worked on a lot of other stuff, but just not in the directing role, I guess, or like credited as that. I mean, anime direction's a little weird also because each individual episode has a different director. But it's much more of like a management position than like
gotcha.
Or I don't know.
Of all the moving parts.
Sometimes they have lots of influence. I mean, as we just saw, because our last series was Utena, and that director was very involved. I don't know how much directors are normally involved in things like this, so who knows?
Sweet.
But yeah, I learned that this HanaKimi has been adapted to live action television shows 4 times. One time in 2006, it was a Taiwanese show, and then there was a 2007 Japanese show, and then in 2011 they remade the 2007 Japanese show, and then in 2012, the following year, there was a Korean show. What was going on? In this span of 6 years, where people just like wanted to see this over and over and over again?
I guess it's a very doable premise. I like a lot of shoujo gets the live action. I guess some maybe live action, they have a better shot at getting made than freaking anime. Because then you can just hire hot people to play pretty straightforward characters. The
remake is killing me. 4 years? You remake it?
It's not a continuation, it's a remake.
No, it's a remake. Yeah, they did it over with all new cast. Incredible.
It must have been popular.
Love that for this.
And now, finally, an anime.
Now we'll talk about the actual show. And I can imagine in my mind how I would make a live action. This really is calling for another live action, right? We need the 2027 American remake of Hana-Kimi, where we have to convince the audience that high jump is cool, an impossible task.
Oh no, you think they even show the high jump? I can't even imagine what it looked like in these live actions.
Oh, of course they show the high jump. That's like the whole deal.
I know, but like...
I mean, high jump in real life doesn't look that bad.
No, but like live action shoujo stuff is so cheesy. Like it's cute in manga. It is so cringe in live action.
Just reminded me, we need to watch the live action. Are they movies or the one where they play Carta? What's it called?
Oh, Chihaya Furu.
We need to watch because they have live action Chihaya Furu. I cannot imagine what it would be like to film people smacking cards on the mat. Oh, that must be so good.
I want to. Yeah, we should.
That's gotta be a bonus episode that we watch. I'm gonna have to just.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Taichi is a winner in that one.
Maybe. Nah, no way. Anyway, we're talking about Hana-Kimi, the anime, episode 1 called Please Be My Friend. We open on a girl in her underwear cutting her hair. She's Mizuki. Her blonde friend, who's in the opening, so I assume we're going to see her again, is like, wow, I can't believe you're moving to Japan and attending high school there. But she's like, I don't really get why you're cutting your hair, because she has not let anybody in on this plan at all.
And you know what I don't get?
What?
Why are they speaking Japanese in America?
Oh, come on.
A lot is untold to us.
We know. This is a thing.
In this series so far.
You know, you just do this and stuff, right?
Build the illusion that she actually lived in the U.S.
Nah, it's okay.
Anyways.
I think we hear some bad English later on at some point.
She says thank you a lot, like in English.
Yeah. Then we get the OP. How do we feel about this opening?
The visuals are terrible because we open with like
suck.
her hugging herself. It's bad. It's cringe.
Okay, the song's really good. I'm here for the song. I like the song a lot.
Is peppy.
They keep trying to do this effect where like they created the 3D background and they're like moving the camera throughout the 3D background, and then they have like painted the 2D characters on there, right? But because the 3D camera moves smoothly and the 2D people, and especially like they're doing lots of like the camera's kind of turning, like it's panning around them, but the character models of the 2D thing, you're not redrawing them at a slightly different angle 1,000 times. So it just looks like they're dragging JPEGs across the screen a little bit. It's very distracting, especially when we get to the dog part of it. I think the dog part looks crazy.
The dog is unsettling. Its eyes are like human eyes on a dog. It freaks me out. I don't like it.
Yes. So I do not think this was a good idea. I don't think the 3D background opening was a good call. I think it was a bad call. But the song's good.
There's some questionable animation stuff going on in the show too. But yeah, now I'm like, I've got I see what we're okay.
You see what I'm talking about? Where it's like panning around. But it's moving too much. If they had just put the camera like on rails, so it's like going like linearly forward, it wouldn't be a problem. But because they keep like turning around characters, it's very distracting to me.
I guess it's supposed to be like a first person perspective.
Yeah, kind of, right? Like it's totally, it's a very bizarre. Anyway, this is not important because I end up skipping the opening almost every other time after I watch it. But the song's really good. So sometimes I'll listen to it for the song. So nice. Anyway, we cut to Mizuki in Japan running, like rushing to get to school on her first day of school. She runs into some guy in the hallway and he comments that she looks like a girl because she's dressed like a guy. She's pretending to be a guy. They don't tell you this. I'm telling you this now. She runs off and leaves her bag behind. She bursts into her homeroom and apologizes frenetically for being late because her flight was delayed. So I guess she just landed and showed up. That's crazy. You'd be so jet lagged.
That sucks. I like need a vacation after a vacation, let alone moving to another country. And
yeah, if I was starting school, I would definitely build in a buffer day at least. She's gonna be so jet lagged. She takes it like a champ, like no problems at all.
Athletes, they're so
jocks, you know. She's introduced as Mizuki, an international student from America, from the United States.
You think, okay, because I feel like this is very much a thing that I've seen over and over again in anime that was made at this time, that people come from the US and everyone's wowed and like, wow, that's so cool. I wonder if that's still the same reception you get now if you'd go somewhere else from America.
They probably would. I'd probably react that way to anybody being from anywhere else because it's like, oh, that's kind of like we're all from here. A country that's pretty big, but not enormous.
That's true. I guess it's also normally that it's like someone who's, because we see she's clearly Japanese and just happened to live in the US.
Do we know where this school is in Japan?
No.
It doesn't say like
that. We are getting no information here. This show so far.
Because if they're like out of the way,
we're giving the bare minimum.
Then people are probably just like, oh wow.
I mean, if they're at freaking dorms, it's got to be somewhere, right? Otherwise, why don't you just
this is like a private school, not a private school, but this is like a specialist school.
Fancy. Yeah,
you know, which we're gonna learn about in a moment. This is not like a school for regular boys. I'm reading something in the Wikipedia I didn't know.
Oh, Lord, what?
What is this? Is this from the episode? No, this is from the TV show. Okay, that's why.
What?
in the TV show, I was accidentally on the episode, like episode 1 of the TV show, the 2007 one instead of the anime, and it says, Mizuki arrives at Osaka High, a school that accepts students based on appearance rather than merit. And I'm like, what? But that is not the case in the anime. That's an incredible premise. Anyway, going back to the anime, the guy she ran into in the hall hands her bag, and she recognizes him as Izumi Sano, a star high jumper that she's obsessed with. Who's tall. And
obsessed is the understatement. She freaking moved to another country for this guy.
Yeah, she's not like super obsessed with him, you know? Which I kind of appreciate.
Yeah, we're downplaying it at least, but it is wild. But I gotta say, you know me, I'm a stickler for hair. I feel like mostly like a lot of the main boys' hair is like would be much better with a slightly different hue. Like there's the blonde character where it's like he's got like yellow blonde instead of like
he's got like
white.
tips.
It's like I hate it.
You know?
I hate when it's like a greenish hue to it, and I hate that. And then this guy, I feel like he's like it's like a blue, but not a blue that I.
It's like supposed to be black. I think he's supposed to be like normal.
Okay, well, I wish his hair was just black,
Instead
of this strange shade of blue. Her hair looks, or the color at least looks good. The cut, she did it herself. What can we say?
You don't like her? Like looks like an apple.
It's better than Misaki's hair, I guess. But
get her.
Our poor first girl
on
the podcast.
Anyway, Mizuki explains that she is here at an all-boys school to meet this specific guy. After class, or like during a break, I guess, she goes to introduce herself to him, and she says she likes him and wants to be friends. Everyone reacts to this like it's a confession, and he's like, I'm not into friendship, and walks off. And Mizuki tries to stop him, but like he ignores her, and she's like resolved to be friends with this guy.
Gotta commit.
She does literally walk up and say, I like you.
Yes. I very much like not. She got be a bro. She's not broing down enough.
Yes, it's very interesting. Anyway, a blonde guy Izumi was talking to comes over to talk to her, and his name is Nakatsu Shuichi. He's like, you're funny, new kid. Don't worry about him. He's just gonna go mope. And you can like try talking to him later. It's cool. Class ends, and Mizuki is still bummed that Izumi didn't come back to class. He just cut the rest of his class, I guess. Nakatsu shows Mizuki around the dorms. He explains that he's on the soccer team and that most boys are either at the school on like sports or arts scholarships. So this is a merit-based school, not an attractive-based school. Although, honestly, there's really no difference in this case.
There's a lot of handsome dudes here, and
they think each other is handsome. Critically, that we're about to learn about.
I gotta say, none of these names are easy. None of these names roll off the tongue, so good luck.
Nakatsu, Mizuki, Mitsuki. I mean, Izumi's easy.
Yeah.
I spelled
We've been Nakatsu's everywhere.
He is so like much in this, and it's messing me up.
Golden Retriever energy so much.
Yes. I mean, this really does. I mean, we're basically going to get the cast of like, you know, your visual novel, which route you're going to take.
The couch from the opening.
Yes.
Very much that.
And he's definitely Golden Retriever boyfriend who's kind of an idiot.
Mm-hmm. He did get some laughs from me.
Oh, he's funny. I like him.
So far, I think he might be my favorite.
He's goofy.
Character. Yeah.
Mizuki says that she does some track, but that's pretty much it. And Nakatsu then asks if they go harder in the US. And Mizuki's like, what does that mean? He keeps pressing her, and Mizuki thinks they're talking about sex, but he's actually talking about like sports or something. It's kind of unclear to me what he's actually talking about here.
No, I think he's talking about sex, but he's like pressing, and then she's just kind of like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, so you're also a virgin, huh?
I don't think my pure boy would be talking about sex.
No, I think they got to. This was written in 2000 or 1996.
Oh no. I don't think
that what the reputation of America had, is that we're all just floozies.
I don't think Nakatsu should like know what sex is.
But he's a boy, and this is a school for boys, Joe.
Well,
and that's
let me tell you,
boys
I got some things to talk about, boys, in this show. Anyway, suddenly a guy kicks him in the back. This is Dr. Umeda. But Nakatsu calls him Dr. Sadist, and he's like a real smug guy.
I like him.
Who also clocks Mizuki immediately, because he's one of the few adults in this show.
Yes. Honestly, it'd be like, what percent? It's more like you're an idiot if you actually buy into it. Most people are just surrounded by dumb boys, I guess. But yeah, all the adults are like, or the ones at least a year older, I think.
Well, I'll have some thoughts about this as well. Anyway, we meet this guy. He doesn't really do anything, but he's like, you suck. Katsu or something. Anyway, he's the doctor. The school doctor. I guess school doctor. Like a whole ass doctor. That's pretty crazy.
Even though most animes, it's a lady, and then they just call him the school nurse. But because he's a dude, he gets to be a doctor.
That's true. He has to be super important. Because look at that character design. We know he's important.
Look at those glasses. Yeah. He was handsome.
He's in the title. screen, whatever. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Nakatsu takes Mizuki to the dorm room and she learns that she'll be rooming with Izumi. And this surprises her as she thought they were going to be in single rooms. You may think that this may cause problems, but it really doesn't in these 2 episodes. So I guess it's fine.
It's gotta be. It's a key ingredient in the gender bender.
It's true.
Where they have to share rooms.
You've got to share rooms. I mean,
and
that's
yet
good
they
drama.
Still don't immediately clock it.
Yeah. Suddenly, Nakatsu's roommate appears. His name is Kayashima, and his gimmick is that he barely reacts to anything. Why do we meet this guy?
Yeah. I don't know.
This scene
He's
was
in the
odd.
opening. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's weird.
But another potential plot route you could take in your visual novel, except this wasn't a visual novel, so I don't know.
It wasn't, but we like eye candy. We like Bishonen.
Yeah.
I think. Is that what beautiful men? Is that what that means? Yeah.
Yep. So he's here too. Remember his name, even though he never comes up in the next episode again. So he'll probably show up later.
I'm not gonna remember it.
Anyway, they keep walking to the dorm when suddenly a big dog jumps on Mizuki. This dog is Yujiro, and he belongs to some guy. This is what I put in my notes. We learn later that this is the janitor, but also not that important.
No, but
It's like the dorm dog.
Believable dog sounds. My puppy at least thought it was a dog and started barking. So
nice. Yeah. So there's a dog. That's cute. Dorm dog.
Yeah, it would be cute if the dog was. It's cute if you don't look at its face.
He's not that cute of a dog.
Freaky
Unfortunately,
eyes.
He's kind of weird.
They are awful. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of where it's the dog isn't animated very well. Background characters where it's still where people are walking to school, but it's just 3D models placed, not moving.
Yeah, listen, it's fine.
Shortcuts take it. It's shoujo. It doesn't have the budget.
We only care about the pretty boys anyway. We don't. The background characters don't matter. They're better than the background characters in Invincible, so I'll take it.
Speaking of PNGs getting dragged.
Nakatsu thinks it's odd that Yujiro would jump on Mizuki because he normally only does that with girls. And Nakatsu thinks that Mizuki has a girl's face and is like, well, dogs are stupid. Maybe he just mixed them up. Because he's very funny. Then he pats her on the chest and walks off. Nice. This is not the only time. This is not the only time she'll be patted on the chest, but it's the only time somebody will not notice anything.
Oh, that's true. He's a freaking idiot.
He's not paying attention. Mizuki goes to her dorm room. Izumi is already there reading a book. Mizuki tries to reintroduce herself, saying that she was just using a particular expression earlier. And she says that she knows him from high jump. And he's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate because I just quit high jump. Oh, shit.
Bum, bum, bum.
Mizuki freaks out and Izumi's like, what's your problem? And then leaves. I have a comment that says his dorm has no personality. He's been living here.
Maybe he had personality up. And then when he had to take it all down for her to move in,
you're right.
And he was sulking in the beginning.
That's
Maybe he's
so true.
Damn, I can't have all my posters up anymore. Maybe there was personality.
That's messed up. How am I supposed to learn about this guy if his room is just
strike
nothing?
You as a man with a lot of personality and interest?
I have beef with our shoujo shows so far, and every time we go to the male love interest's room, it's boring as hell. They don't have any personality.
No, and then the girls' room is always super cute.
It's always so good.
Yep.
And it's like,
boys,
it reflects things that they like.
It's because boys go outside and play sports.
Play
they are
the
not in
mud.
their rooms.
And pick up bugs. Yeah, I guess so.
Speaking of bugs, I had the cutest little hitchhiker this afternoon. He is like a tiny little praying mantis. I should have taken a photo, but I was in a rush, so I just was like, "Beat it, bud."
So I just smacked it off my shoulder instead.
I gently just pushed him off.
Yes.
I didn't flick him or anything.
Right.
I just brushed him
You're no brute.
off.
Yeah.
No, I made Well, I didn't want him to be trapped in my car, so I rolled down my window and zhushed him out. Yeah.
Anyway, Mizuki finishes unpacking by herself, and she is exiting her dorm just as a guy is about to knock on her door. He's Nanba Minami, a second-year RA, and he's hot and ready to show Mizuki around.
Yeah, he is. I don't like his voice actor, though.
But first...
It's too mature for being 1-year-old.
But first, before showing Mizuki around, he calls her adorable. A very normal thing for a guy to say to another guy.
Well, we do get a very funny bit here.
They walk around and Nanba explains the rules of the dorm, like, this is when the dining hall's open, et cetera, et cetera. While they're walking, a pink-haired guy, shoulder checks Mizuki and says that he's not going to lose his idol status to her. And Mizuki's like, what's that about? And they turn a corner and they see that there's some guy selling creeper pics of both Mizuki and the pink-haired guy. A very normal heterosexual guy activity to partake in.
You go to a boys' school, but surely there has got to be some exposure to girls. It's not like you're in prison.
They're in prison.
This is like
people. This is like the stereotype of what sailors on ships at sea for years do.
Totally.
So this is both a trope. I mean, if you're unfamiliar, selling pictures of other people is like a trope that shows up. I guess this happened in old timey Japan or something.
It happened in freaking Chihaya Furu.
Yeah, this is like a trope that shows up. I don't know if this happens in real life. I assume not, because privacy laws exist. But this is a thing that shows up pretty often. That being said, it's showing up here. What do you think these guys are doing with these pictures they're buying of other guys in their dorm?
Bad things.
What do you think they're doing?
That cannot be discussed openly on a shoujo series.
Okay, yeah.
But I thought it was funny that he's like, this is my shtick. Don't think you're the cutest one around, bud.
Yeah. The pink-haired guy's into it, which is fine,
Yeah, uh-huh. Bizarro. I'm wondering, it'd be interesting to read the manga and see if there was any adjustments made for the fact that this is coming out in 2026 versus 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, Nanba says that they're harmless and there's nothing else to do in the all-boys dorm. So, you could just ignore these guys, Mizuki. Ignore the fact that they creeper
nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do. Women don't exist. It's all boys here. All Bishonen boys with nothing to do but gaze at each other longingly. Anyway. Nakatsu shows up and invites...
So sorry. Welcome, listeners who are new. Sarah interrupts Joe. It's a bit. Get your bingo cards out. We've had girls love now with Lieutenant. Now we gotta get some boys love up in here.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anyway, Nakatsu shows up and invites Mizuki to dinner. Nanba leaves and Nakatsu asks what they were talking about and warns her, quote, a doll like you could get pregnant just by talking to the likes of him, unquote. He says this to another guy. He thinks this is a guy. You could get pregnant. Impreg is here in Hana-Kimi.
It's basically that guy's a player is what we're supposed to take from that.
Nanba on the stairs gets annoyed and says that guys are outside his influence. A normal thing to say.
Well, that's why I'm like, he must know that he must be able to tell that she's a girl then, right? No, because Nanba is like, why are you
stop saying dumb shit. I'm only hot to women. I'm heterosexual.
Well, I thought it was
I'm
that's
the
what
ultimate
he's saying,
hetero man.
That's why he was acting that way, is because he could tell she was a girl.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
I think he's reacting to Nakatsu's comment. That's how I read that. Anyway, Mizuki sees something outside and runs off. She goes to find Izumi sleeping by a tree, and she's like, oh my god, he's so hot, while he's asleep. She sits next to him.
At this point, we don't get a I'm into him statement from her. We don't get very much of anything. But obviously, we can tell that's what it's for, but it's
she seems kind of unaware
not even narratively
that she is into him in a romantic sense. I think she legitimately is just I want to high jump with this guy for unknown reasons.
Yeah. Sure.
Honestly, I think she's
telling yourself that.
I think she's just like a scamp that wants to infiltrate a boys' dorm, honestly.
Yeah.
You know?
America's boring. Snoozeville.
So true.
Gotta go.
She's gotta go to Japan like her Japanese anime.
Yeah.
Anyway, she sits next to him and Yojiro the dog comes by to play fetch. She throws the ball, and while Yojiro goes and fetches it, she tells Izumi that she really loves seeing him do high jump while he's asleep. Izumi's about to slump over, so Mizuki catches him and puts his head, ends up on her shoulder. And she's like, oh. And then Yujiro comes over and jumps on Izumi, pushing him down on top of Mizuki. Ooh. He's like pinned her down.
Well, she had like cozied up right next to him. Like she was sitting next to him, and then she deliberately scooched closer.
Yep.
Oh, man.
She sure did. Anyway, obviously this wakes Izumi up. And he asks what Mizuki is doing here. She's like, I found you outside and didn't want to leave you unattended. And Izumi laughs and says that she's weird.
I guess the dog is going to be like a vehicle, like authors just using the dog to make moments for them.
I mean, the reason there's a dog is so Izumi can walk him all the time.
To be accessible.
Yeah. Mizuki is about to ask him why he quit high jump, but a gust of wind blows, making him look hot as hell, and she gets distracted.
He has pretty eyes.
Yeah. It's the next day, and Mizuki is going to gym class. She runs a 100-meter dash really fast without thinking about it because she's so focused on Izumi. The guy who's like timing her shows Nakatsuki, and apparently she broke his 100-meter dash record.
I would like them to reveal what the time was.
I really want to know.
What was the actual pace?
Also, why is he...
It's like,
it's like a soccer guy. Don't they have a track team? Why is the 100-meter dash track person not the person with the record? Don't think about it. It's fine.
I guess soccer sucks.
Later, Mizuki is approached by every sports team captain, including sports like rugby, which really don't even have that much to do with sprinting, and like tennis, which is more like, running back and forth. It's not really about like sprinting straight up, but whatever. And they're trying to recruit her to their teams, and she gets overwhelmed and runs away.
I thought this part was fun.
It's pretty funny.
That was fun.
I'm supposed to probably know who the guy who took her like the measurement is with like the hair part, but I didn't get his name.
No, this is our first time seeing him. Another one who's kind of in
because he shows up, but he doesn't get a name.
I think he's on the track team, and he's I don't know, word got out through him. But
okay, yeah. But we'll just kind of keep track of this guy.
Track team guy.
Yeah. She gets away and finds Izumi sleeping under a different tree because that's his thing. He sleeps outside. She gets real close to him like she's going to go in for a kiss when the other team captains come outside, so she has to hide. What's going on here?
Freaking predation.
Even she is like, what was I about to do? Anyway, Izumi's woken up by all of the team captains yelling outside and sees Mizuki hiding, so he covers for her, but she runs off before he can ask what's up. It's the end of the day, and Nakatsu challenges Mizuki to one-on-one soccer as a chance for him to redeem his pride for having his record broken. Nearby, Izumi is walking Yujiro and sees Mizuki and Nakatsu playing. While playing, Nakatsu elbow checks Mizuki in the face and knocks her out.
Okay, because at this point I was like, because we haven't been explained who the dog belonged to. So I was like, why does this guy have this guy's dog all the time? It's
very funny. He just knocks the hell out of Mizuki.
Because she's a fragile flower lady.
Yeah. Izumi comes to carry Mizuki to the infirmary while Nakatsu gets the doctor. He picks her up and notices that she's very soft. Uh-oh.
Oh, cop to feel.
In the infirmary, Dr. Umeda says that she has a minor concussion but is otherwise fine. Mizuki wakes up and Dr. Umeda throws out the other two boys. Now alone, he asks her what a girl like her is doing at this school as we cut to credits.
Aggressively.
Asks her aggressively. She got found out on day one, dude. Didn't even make it one day.
Yes, well.
Or 2 days. Maybe it was 2 days.
Just because you cut your hair doesn't mean you automatically look like a dude.
Yep. This is his first episode. Hey, so this is pretty gay.
Uh-huh.
I'm noticing that this might be pretty gay.
It kind of is.
But oddly, we're going to learn next episode that there is an actual canonical gay character who is not acting very gay. It's everybody else's, which I think is extremely funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is what the boys' dorm's going on in the boys' dorm.
I don't know.
They're just guys being dudes.
Is this what it's like to be a boy?
Dudes rock. Well, I mean, this is what it would be like if toxic masculinity didn't exist. Unfortunately, I grew up in a time where if you were even perceived as being effeminate at all, people would call you gay and make fun of you all the time. Hopefully, it isn't like that now. But no, this is not what it was like in a dorm. I doubt this is what it was like in 1997.
In 1996.
But yeah, so I think this is a much nicer version of reality than the one we live in.
Oh,
so that's cool.
There we go. Yeah. Just don't take photos of people.
Creeper photos are still bad. I think it's a little weird to be like, hey man, if you keep talking to this hot guy, you're gonna get pregnant. Wild thing to say. Totally out of pocket.
Maybe he's got like an older brother or something that like
maybe
he's just
maybe
like, and he just heard like adult talk when he was young. I don't know. This is like I have a kid brother who grew up with a bunch of like teenager to grown ass adult siblings, so it's like, what, he's not gonna have the same like understanding of what kids his age are into because he's been hanging out with us.
Yeah, maybe
he's gonna roll up to school.
I have
and
a different
maybe
theory.
Say things that
I have an alternate theory.
Okay, let's hear
I think Nakatsu is just constantly giving us Freudian slips all the time as he is finding the adorable Mizuki, his new best bro, very he's feeling some kind of way about him.
Yeah, he's my favorite character so far.
Yeah. He's like, it's like he met this guy for 5 minutes and it's like, hey, you guys have sex in America? And then he's like, hey, don't get pregnant by talking to this guy. Ha ha ha. What's his deal? He's got something going on. I can't wait to find out what it is.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Not this episode, but one day.
Izumi is aggressively normal.
Yeah, he's boring.
It's a little disappointing. Well,
and being in a high jump does not make him interesting.
It's not really a personality trait, is it? His only personality trait is he sleeps outside, which is pretty funny.
I mean, I love napping. Big nap proponent here.
But it doesn't really reflect on your personality, you know?
No, not really.
Like if I'm like, oh, this is my friend Sarah, she sleeps outside, I don't think people would be like, okay. I don't think they would spark a conversation other than, so what's so great about outside?
They'd be like, what the hell's wrong with her?
Yeah. So, interesting.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. It just feels, he's uninteresting. She's not particularly interesting either. So far, everyone else are more interesting than our main two characters.
Maybe. You want to go to the episode 2? I'm going to talk about the two of them. Episode 2 is called I Want to Be With You. We open on a flashback of Mizuki visiting her grandmother in Japan because her grandmother is Japanese because she's part Japanese or all Japanese. I don't know. On TV, she sees Izumi doing a high jump as a middle schooler, but he looks like an adult man.
He's like in 7th grade.
Yeah. It's in this moment that she becomes enamored in the sport of high jump. We jump back to the present where Dr. Umeda has discovered that Mizuki is a girl. They're interrupted by Izumi returning with Mizuki's stuff, and Mizuki sees this as an opportunity to leave. On the walk home, Mizuki freaks out mentally about like what she's gonna do now that the doctor has discovered her secret. Izumi's like, "What's up with you?" And then he's like, "You should ice your head when you get back because you got a concussion last episode."
Yeah, that seems slightly severe.
Yeah, but we do get like a nice little cut where she like runs off, and then we see that the episode title is like plastered on the floor. And like diegetically.
Yeah, except for they picked like ugly ass font.
I don't like the font, but I do like
title.
how you put it in the background of the episode. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fun when that happens.
Mizuki realizes that Izumi must have carried her to the infirmary, which makes her embarrassed. And Izumi's like about to ask her something, but then doesn't. Like,
okay,
how come your chest feels like that?
But like, if any of your friends, I feel like none of them would carry. If you were going to pick up a fellow dude, you'd probably do the sling the arm over and half carry them upright and not the princess carry.
I would not princess carry my bro. That's so true.
Yeah.
He'd be getting a piggyback ride at best.
Yeah.
Or I'd slink him over my shoulder like a sack of flour. It's one of the two. I would not be princess carrying him.
Yeah, so
but maybe that's just the toxic masculinity talking. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm at fault for not princess carrying my bro.
Yeah.
Much to consider. Anyway, back at the dorm, Nakatsu cries and apologizes for giving Mizuki a concussion. She makes a big show of playing it off, and Nakatsu says that he's his best friend. It's like, dude, you've known this guy for 2 days. He's so lonely. He's so lonely. He's lonely in the all-boys dorm where he just can't stop thinking about having sex and getting pregnant. Boys getting pregnant. Oh.
No wonder he hasn't connected with anyone.
Yeah. Anyway, Mizuki returns to her room to find Izumi is already asleep, and we learn that Izumi is not actually asleep, and that he touched Mizuki's boob when he picked her up earlier, and now he suspects that she's a girl. It's the next day, and Mizuki and Nakatsu walk to school together. They notice something has been put on the pin board, and it's a picture of Izumi pinning down Mizuki on the ground accidentally in episode 1. Remember when that happened? Somebody took a picture. And Izumi comes by and rips it down.
Where? He literally had just been scolded for taking photos. Where was he? Is it night? Is it a bush? No flash on?
I don't know. It's very funny because that means he saw the whole interaction, and like Mizuki's behavior before that moment was way creepier than the actual picture.
Truly.
Izumi goes to class to threaten the guy who's taking creeper pics, and that guy nods, but when Izumi leaves, he starts to like complain. He's just like, ugh, you just don't want the truth to get out. So then Mizuki steps up and punches him in the face, which is awesome. Great.
He basically implies Mizuki's from America. They're probably fine with stuff, all this gay stuff.
They're gay there?
That's what he's muttering under his breath.
Yep. So she clocks him, which is pretty good.
Yeah, get him.
She leaves and runs into Dr. Umeda in the hallway, who applauds her for punching the guy in the face, which is extremely funny. And then he's like, well, it looks like you didn't break your hand, so good punch, champ. And then he's like, well, I can't wait to hear your explanation about your situation later. And then he leaves.
I was like, good. I'm glad somebody's asking, because it would be nice to get more information.
Mizuki discovers that Izumi is avoiding her and is sad about it. That's my note. On the walk home, Mizuki asks Nikatsu about it, about like why Izumi's avoiding her. And Nikatsu glances over and thinks that she looks like a cute girl and gets embarrassed because he's like, I'm walking with a cute girl. But wait, no, I'm not. I'm walking with my bro. What's going on? But Mizuki does not notice this because she sees Izumi talking to some schoolgirl. And so she drags Nikatsu elsewhere. Later, Mizuki uses the excuse of watching Yujiro to spy on Izumi and the schoolgirl's conversation, which is still ongoing somehow.
The dog's getting all the freaking steps.
Oh, hell yeah. The schoolgirl asks why he quit high jump, speculating that it's because of an accident where he protected her, and Izumi insists that that's not the reason, and also comments that his leg is fully healed. So, dun dun dun, tragic backstory. Mizuki's plan to eavesdrop on them falls apart when Yujiro drags her out from where she was hiding, so she like runs off. Mizuki sits on a park bench thinking about how she doesn't know anything about Izumi. Izumi shows up and tells her to get back to the dorm before dinner ends. The two of them walk back and Mizuki asks who he was talking to, and Izumi's like, oh, it's just my childhood friend Rika. We learned that Yujiro likes Izumi because Izumi saved him from an abusive owner. He's nice to animals.
Okay, look, basically this is
designed for you.
Okay, maybe, you know what? Okay, well, no, because it sounds like he had bad owners and they were going to surrender him, and the animal services came to claim him, and he was muzzled, but maybe that's because he was reactionary. It was for the safety of everyone. They didn't bite anyone, and then they make it seem like that's a bad thing.
Oh.
But it's like they're just handling it safely with the slip lead and muzzle. And
I can't believe this.
But also, I know Japan probably maybe, I feel like at least there's zoos and stuff, and then they have all the animal cafes, so I don't think they're as on top of like animal welfare there, so maybe it was a bad situation. But I'm like, this is making animal services is not like the villain like in 90s cartoons and Oliver and Company. Yeah, you know, like let's not villainize.
Wow, I thought you'd be into this, but you're so right. I mean, I agree with you.
And then
yeah, get his ass, Izumi. You think you're so great? You're just some guy. You're just some guy who sleeps outside.
You're just romanticizing it to make yourself sound better.
Why didn't he save the dog from drowning or something cooler? Everybody loves that.
Oh man, sorry. I was just like, what is your agenda, Hana-Kimi? Trying to.
Oh, it's funny. Later, Mizuki asks Izumi. God, the fact that they're named Izuki and Izumi.
Yeah, it's not great.
Come on, man.
Izumi.
Later, Mizuki asks Izumi why he was avoiding her earlier, and Izumi thinks that he doesn't know how to act around girls. Ooh, he gets all embarrassed.
Except we just saw you talking to a girl, dude. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Suddenly, a car zips by, and Izumi moves Mizuki out of the way and pins her to the wall to protect her, all cool guy-like, and they both get embarrassed.
See, I'm like having a hard time. Like maybe I have fatigue from seeing these kind of things play out in so many different things. I'm like, this is so overdone. All of these things happening. It's so typical, but also this is like or based off a thing that came out when all that stuff was popular. So maybe at the time it felt fresh and it just feels old now.
It's having been to Japan. It's so funny to me to imagine somebody zipping down this side road, like just fucking going. Cause like you really can't, they kind of have turns in it. You can't really go that fast. I mean, I'm sure it happens.
True.
But it's just like such a funny thing to like show up. Like, damn, that guy is crazy driving that car. It's like impossible.
I know,
to do.
like all these things about people getting hit by trucks and reincarnated.
Oh,
but
hell
like,
yeah.
I think they got traffic on lock there. Like
everyone's double timing it in this town. But yeah, so this happens and it's cute. And Mizuki thinks that she wants to be with him romantically, I guess, hopefully.
Whatever that
means.
mean
Romantically and not like, I don't know what my feelings mean. Anyway.
Buckle up, Joe.
Oh, no.
It's probably that.
The next day, she decides to give Dr. Umeda her explanation, but we don't get to hear it yet. After, Mizuki sees Rika by the school gates, and Rika comes up to her and asks if she's Izumi's roommate. Mizuki's like, yeah, and she asks if Rika is his girlfriend, and she laughs and says no, they're just friends. And she also comments that she used to be the track manager in middle school. Mizuki thinks that maybe Rika just likes his talent as a high jumper. Or like, I don't know, maybe he has a crush on him. Maybe she's just like me. Ooh, rival maybe. But Rika does not think any of this because she thinks Mizuki's a guy, so he asks her for a favor, or she asks him for a favor. Later at dinner, Mizuki gives Izumi a message from Rika that she'll be waiting for him in the park after school tomorrow. Izumi's like, that's dumb, you should just ignore her. But then Mizuki's like, oh, come on, man, you can't just ignore your friend, but he storms off. He's like, mind your own business. Nikatsu takes his place. He's got peach juice, and Mizuki asks if she can have some, and she takes a sip and then leaves. Nikatsu gets embarrassed thinking about how if he drinks it now, it'll be an indirect kiss. And then some guy whose name I don't remember shows up and drinks some of it. And Nikatsu gets mad at this guy because he stole the indirect kiss. And the other guy's like, what's your problem, dude? And Nikatsu freaks out, wondering what his problem is.
Yeah, this
sequence is wild.
He's here for the gags.
People keep drinking his juice, man. Don't let people drink it. It's not even that big of a juice box. They got like all of it, dude. You're getting backwash.
For real. Ew.
Crazy.
Gross.
I would never let somebody do that. This isn't even a toxic masculinity thing. This is just like,
bro.
I'm not letting my bros drink my juice box. You know, my girlfriend now can drink my juice box, but I'm not letting some other guy walk up and just grab it and start drinking it. That's nuts.
True.
It's the next day, and Mizuki sees Izumi walking Yujiro while staring at the track field. Uh-oh.
I wish the dog had a more dog name. Why does that just sound like another person character?
I don't know.
Because it has human eyes, that's why. Because it's not an actual
we
dog.
We learned that he's actually like a human being that was cursed into becoming a dog or something. Wonder how they adapted that for the live action. All right. Izumi says that he did go to see Rika, and Mizuki thinks that he still likes high jump after all. In the evening, Mizuki wonders what Izumi and Rika talked about while Izumi takes a shower. Nakatsu comes to the door while Mizuki is in the shower to borrow some notes. And he's like, where's Mizuki? And he's like, he's in the shower. And he's like, oh, Mizuki in the shower. And he gets all embarrassed thinking about his bro in the shower, dude. He wants him so bad.
Yep. Oh, man.
In the shower, Mizuki thinks about her explanation to Dr. Umeda, which we finally see, which is basically just the truth that she came here because she wants to high jump with this guy who doesn't want to high jump anymore. But she says she wants to stay to try to convince Izumi to do high jump so they can both do it together, and that she's not going to give up. Dr. Umeda is like, oh wow, if you tried to like seduce me or something, I would have thrown you out. But when you're so earnest, I can't feel myself to do it. Also, this is boring. That's what he says.
No fun.
No fun. A ridiculous thing to say is like, oh, if you were gonna, was he like hoping she was gonna seduce him? What's happening?
I guess it's.
I think he's just like, that would have been I would have expected, that would have been so funny if he tried to seduce me because I'm gay, which is what he's about to say.
Yeah.
But you didn't, and now I'm bored because your explanation is weird and off-putting. Anyway. Mizuki hugs him and he says that women are annoying. And she's like, how'd you know I was a woman anyway? And he's like, well, A, I'm a doctor. Come on, man. And B, don't worry about me like examining you because I'm gay. So he's here. He's gay. We got a gay guy on the cast. And it's not the guy imagining his bro in the shower. It's just like a normal guy with a job.
Well, hey, they have well, no, how old is this doctor? He's a doctor, but like he has
I don't know. Maybe he's like
gay doctor has banter with boy having
you
gay
think he's
thoughts.
like a Doogie Howser and is like 19 or something? Do you know that
He
reference?
looks fairly young, but yes, I'm familiar that's a show about a child doctor. Yeah. I did not watch it.
Well, me neither, but that's most of my references.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully he's not too old. Well, this is like freaking the teacher, the dumbass teacher in Kimi Chidoke that kept hanging around with them.
Oh, yeah,
like, you're their teacher. Yeah.
Although he was just like a goofball weirdo. I didn't like when he was implying that people were in love with him.
Well, I thought that, yes.
But that was like
they
a
were
vanity
gonna
thing.
try and make him Ayane thing. And I was like, ooh.
I think that's more of like I'm like a middle-aged man and young girls are still into me. I still got it kind of thing. And not a real, actually real thing. But it's still bad. I don't think it's super predatory. I just think it's bad.
No, well, we're kind of fresh off like Predator City of Utena.
That's true, but that's on purpose. We're commenting on that. We're not romanticizing that as a good thing. It is definitely a bad thing in that show.
Yes. Oh man.
Anyway, back in the present, Izumi barges into the shower to get his watch because he's like, if my watch gets wet, it's gonna be broken. And totally sees her from the side and gets embarrassed because she does not close the curtain. It's unclear to me how much he sees of her because like the shot composition's a little weird, but it looks like he can see her in the mirror at least, but only the side.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he would at least see some side boob if like, but later she's like, oh, he only saw me from the back, so it's fine. But I'm like, I feel any full length nude figure of a lady, even if she's not particularly well endowed, would be very obvious. But he already knows anyway, so
she's not trying very hard. I don't think this is so much like, I mean, we could talk about like what it means to assume someone's gender.
Curtain open?
But also, she's not trying at all.
Water everywhere.
She is half-assing this so hard.
Truly, This is my
biggest complaint with the show so far. Anyway, let's just get to the end because we're almost there. She hands it to him, and he's like, "Why the hell didn't she just close the curtain? I could walk in and take it." Which I also wonder. Izumi tries to play it cool.
She's trying to.
God, what is she trying to do? What's her plan here? Izumi tries to play it cool as Mizuki climbs into bed, thinking she didn't get found out. As we cut to credits,
you're found out, girl. Because
oh my God, she's so bad.
Not even trying.
This is my biggest complaint, which is that. You'd think if there was a premise of a show that's like, oh, I'm going to pretend to be a guy to sneak into the all's guys dorm, there'd be a lot of comedy based on her pretending to be a guy and being like over the top about it or whatever. But that's not what's happening.
Like she's
just being normal. And everybody is either clocking it immediately because she's not trying at all or just not paying attention because they're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Totally.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's like grabbing your like boob. You're not binding or anything. You don't have like a really tight sports bra on, anything. You're not even trying. You're just going for it like normal. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Oh, gosh, look, I can try and let me guess a few things that might be plot points that we hit for like, oh, girl hiding being a girl. Let's see. I'm guessing there might be an episode where she like passes out from like overexerting herself when she's on her period and has to go to the nurse's office or doctor. That's a thing that happens in these. Like trying. She doesn't
have to change. Like so many things got skipped over that I thought would be a bigger deal, right? Like she has to change in the morning into her uniform. How are they dealing with that? She has to change for gym class. How are they dealing with that? Like things that would show up that you would have to think about if you were trying to hide. You know, at least the first time it happens, you'd have to come up with some kind of plan here. Just totally skipped over. It's like no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got the part where they walk through the rules of the dorm. And at one point, it's like the rules for showers. And I thought that meant it was like a open public, like all boys shower together locker room situation. God. And that she was just only going to take a shower when it was like closed for the
that would be bad.
Like, why couldn't they go to the bathroom? People gotta go to the bathroom. What are these bathroom rules?
That's gotta be like they go on a field trip and she has to deal with that, right? Surely,
yeah. Or it's gonna be like they go on a trip and Izumi and she's not assigned to a room with Izumi, and then Izumi's like, oh no, I gotta help her protect her secret, so she can't be staying with other guys. And I'm like, literally volume 1 of Girl Guide Game is the period. Like, oh, I passed out for my period. That happens in that one.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Freaking.
Yep. Yeah. So that's my biggest complaint so far is that she doesn't even have to pretend to be like, you don't even get her being like trying to act like a guy, like in a goofy way, you know? She's just normal. And everyone's just like, cool, man. You're just normal. She doesn't even fake it. Oh, it's sad. Thing I do like is I do like how Dr. Umeda is handled in the thing where he's like, listen, so you appear to be a girl to me. What's going on with that? You don't have to tell me right now, but you got to tell me soon. And that's nice because it makes me feel like at least that like we had some space in here where like if she was going to be like, oh, I'm trans or something, then he would be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like that was really my read of that situation of like, I'm going to wait for you to give me an explanation instead of forcing you to do it right now.
It's probably a generous read for 1996, but...
Well, that's how I'm reading it now. It seems nice. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, if you have a good enough reason, I can like look the other. Like, this is not. I'm not really concerned about this. And if you have something, I mean, the fact that he's also gay like helps. Where he's like, listen, he's probably to deal with some shit too. Yeah, he knows how it is. You know, so totally. That's my very generous read. But I do like that. And hopefully that gets maintained throughout and we don't get a lot of trans panic going on here, which I'm not going to like very much at all.
I highly doubt that. Although I wonder if this will be like, I feel like one of my mangas, someone said they're gay and then turns out they weren't. So I hope it's not like that. Oh, I just said that to make you feel comfortable kind of situation.
Yeah. I mean, like... We'll see, because I mean, this type of trope does set up a lot of like, you know, trans panic, gay panic kind of jokes, which is not good. Nothing so far, so that's fine. But I am a little on guard for that stuff, I will say. But it's been good so far, you know? Nakatsu's confused because of course he is. It's a confusing situation. That's just normal.
Yes, the poor boy. Yes. Yeah. So, what do you think so far? I think
cute.
It's 12 episodes, so it'll be easy breezy.
It's not
a series to cover.
As funny as I was wanting it to be.
I very much like the movie She's the Man. I think it's a very funny movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen She's the Man. She's the Man's funny because she does that stuff. That's what I'm saying.
She does like the over the top. Yeah. Yes. So I think seeing that, it makes you desire that. But I don't know. Yeah, they like never... in these situations, really trying to make it seem like they're putting on the facade of being like they're still acting like a girl. It's just that because their hair's short, no one can tell that they're not a boy.
Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of acting like an understated kind of normal guy who isn't really doing that much. I mean, this is really why it feels like a visual novel to me because it's like the perfect main character POV character kind of thing, right? Where it's like, you know, they're there, they have a look, they kind of have some personality, but it's a little subdued, you know, they're mostly reacting to stuff. It's just it feels so shocking to me that it isn't. I have to remind myself that it's not.
I wonder, because I feel like normally it's like there's a dating sim and then sometimes they'll make an anime or a manga based off the dating sim. I don't know if there's any where it's like, because that way it's like it has all the different routes explored, but like if you started with a manga and it only explores one route, you would then have to do so much extra work to write routes for the other characters. I think it's just mostly this was a thing, like reverse harems were very popular at the time, so at least it's better that way. I just don't like love triangles because like it's always like, oh, poor dude who didn't get the girl.
Do you feel like it's always obvious who's gonna lose and you're like, well, just can't wait for this guy to eat it?
I've encountered like 2 where it's been the opposite, but it's almost always just straight up the main dude. The opening kind of gives it away. They're not really playing it up as like that there's like possibility.
That's my complaint. It's like if you're gonna make your show about this, you gotta commit to that being what the show is about and like not just being like, we all know where this is going, right?
Yeah, I wonder if it'll probably won't get another season. I don't know.
We'll see where it ends.
It's so far I'm having fun talking about it
it's
at the
good.
very least.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it so far. I need them to not play it so safe with Izumi. The shoujo male love interest, they always play it a little too safe, and they always end up being kind of boring guys. They don't have much going on.
Yes, they always.
He needs to be a little weird. He needs to be a little bit weirder. He's into high jump, but like how into high jump is he? You know what I mean? He's got any other hobbies? What was he gonna do? What's that book he's reading?
Walking the damn dog.
What's he reading? Is he reading some weird stuff? Is he reading like I don't know.
Joe, covering this is making me think, should we have like a husbando ranking? Like who's your pick for husbando from each series?
We can.
Like your favorite boy.
We can have that.
From each one. That might be fun.
It's going to be hard for Utena, let me tell you. But other than that, I think the other shows are pretty strong contenders. Trash.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to know. What's he reading? Is it like a Murakami book? Is he reading some weird stuff? What are we doing? Anything? Nothing? Is he reading like classic literature? Is he going to be doing like some Shakespeare stuff? I want to know, and I want it to be interesting.
Will that make him more interesting?
I don't know. He needs to be a little more of a guy. You know what I mean? Like the problem is that like you can't have like the stereotypical kind of like, oh, the love interest, he's kind of like this or whatever, right? But to make them feel real, just like how real people are in real life, you got to pick like something kind of weird to give them, right? Like they have some kind of interest, or they have some kind of thing they are obsessed with or thinking about a lot, or they spend their time doing X. You got to give me a little bit something here to grab onto.
Our closest comparison point is Kazehaya from Kimi ni Todoke.
Yeah, but
and I feel like he also is like, well, he's the generically nice one, but I feel like that one was done in, or maybe because Sawako was so interesting, he got to be interesting.
But he wasn't interesting.
Because he was interacting with her.
Every joke I have about Kazehaya is a thing I made up about him listening to Creed or whatever. Like, that's what I like about him, is him not having anything in his room. That's what I think about. I mean,
yeah, and he also has a dog he saved.
The guy in, the better one is the guy who is in whatever the sign of affection.
What, a sign of affection?
Guy had lots of weird hobbies that he was into, and had weird behavior. Also, like it was just he's definitely like a guy that I feel like I've met, not specifically, but he felt more like a guy who exists than Kazehaya does to me.
Yeah,
He's like a template of a guy.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if he is a comparison point, because I feel like Kazehaya is the most similar as far as like being just generic male lead in a shoujo.
Yeah, but I just need some more. You know, I need a little bit more from him.
Yeah, I don't know how much we'll get, and if we get anything, how interesting it'll be. I think we're just supposed to be like, oh, he's hot.
He's hot. He high jumps. He kind of saved the dog.
He's not the hottest guy in the show.
He's not even the hottest guy.
Who do you think's the hottest?
Pregnant guy. The getting you pregnant guy. That's the hottest guy in the show.
The player guy, yes, with his like distinct eyebrows and gravelly voice. He's got the sexy voice.
Yeah, he's going for it in the all boys dorm.
We'll probably get an episode where her blonde friend comes and visits.
What's her deal?
Like,
she's in the opening, so I'm like, I should note her down. But I want her to show up because she didn't tell anybody. I mean, this is the thing, is like part of the plan is that Mizuki did not tell anybody that she's pretending to be a boy.
Well, that's why I'm like, how do we get into the school? Like, do we have someone on the inside fabricating documents to get you? Like, how did this happen?
Yeah. I want that to be part of the drama.
I wonder if unfortunately I
am the least like invested in the main romance, and I'm more invested in like that. How is this gonna work? What are we doing here?
Yeah, true. Yes, we're here for. I'm mostly like, let's watch. Oh, good lord, what's his name? Natsuko
Nakatsu,
blind guy. Nakatsu. I'm just mostly excited to watch him just continue.
He is great.
Fall into.
I do like him being like a meathead and like, wait, am I into guys? Am I into girls? Do I just like femininity? I don't know, because I can't use words like that. I kick ball, jock man. It's great. I love him.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed our coverage so far of our new series, Hana-Kimi. And if you're new, as a way to kind of help us out,
Rate us 5 stars.
Yep, all that
Hey, you.
transition.
Hey, you.
Yep.
Listener, you've been listening up to this point. You should go into your podcast platform of choice right now and tap that rating button and rate us 5 stars. It really helps us out. It's a thing that is very easy to forget. I forget doing it all for, various podcasts until I started doing my own, and now I do it pretty regularly because I understand that it's important. This helps us out in SEO. That's right. Search optimization.
Engine optimization.
Right, search engine. The O is optimization. That's right. It helps us out with that. You can also leave a comment if you're in like Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That also really helps. You can pretty much just say whatever you want, honestly. That also just helps us out for SEO. Or you can leave us like a fun little message. We get those. And we can see them. Sarah can see them because she's in control of the accounts. And if you have questions, you can either drop us a question there, or you can send us a question at shoujopod@gmail.com.
Yeah. If you've got a series you'd like to see us cover one day, that's a good place to send that. Yeah, we'd be interested to hear from anyone who's read Hana-Kimi, the manga. Maybe I'll try and read it. Yeah, it's just one that I never picked up. I think I kind of was not drawn to the art style.
Does the dog look weird?
Frankly. I didn't think the guys were hot enough or something. Something about the cover I was not selling. Because I was very much like, oh, that guy's hot. I'll buy this manga.
Nice. That target demographic.
But yeah, maybe I'll have to check it out. But yeah, that's what we got. Now to Joe's favorite segment.
What did we learn from these episodes of television we watched? Did you learn anything, Sarah, from these episodes of television?
That freaking animal shelters in popular media are always the bad guys for some reason. They're doing their best. They're always underfunded. It's volunteers, It's not like they don't wish they could do better. God. Smear job.
Yeah.
On municipal shelters is happening all over the world.
Yeah. I learned that, listen, you can't sell me that you're like the star soccer player and then you elbow check somebody. That's a red card, dude. You're getting thrown out of the game. Are you kidding me? You're making rookie mistakes. You got to keep those elbows in.
Joe knows
it's a penalty if you hit somebody. And if you hit somebody, like if you give them a concussion, I feel like you're getting thrown out. I don't actually know if that's a red card. It's a yellow card at least.
Okay. You can shoulder bump.
You can shoulder bump people, but he hits her with your elbow. You cannot hit people with your elbow.
Okay, well, I don't think he did it on purpose. Maybe he's used to playing with
elbows in my mouth. It doesn't matter if you do it on accident in the game. You're still getting carded. Come on, man. You're supposed to be an ace soccer player. Keep those elbows in. His
pride was really hurt, so maybe this is just
he was mad. He was mad for sure. For sure,
I thought they were going to try and make more drama of like him getting replaced on the soccer team with her.
Oh my God.
And being like, hey, I was the one guy who's here helping you, and now you're going to try and take my spot as striker or whatever the hell.
That's so true. Do you think she's going to be forced? She's going to be forced on the track team, right? She's got to play high jump.
Well, I think she wants to be on the high jump. It's going to be a matter of I wonder if she's going to be like, I'm not joining until Izumi does, or Sano.
Yeah.
They call him Sano. Nobody's calling each other by their first name. Just me. Because we're all just friends. Or we're not friends yet.
No, his first name's Suichi.
Maybe.
I think that's right. I think his first name's Suichi. Or his last name. I don't know. Who cares? That's what I'm calling them because that's what people are saying. I'm calling people as they're called in the show, I think. By the main characters.
That's not true.
Who's getting called what?
Mizuki's being called by her last name, Ashia or whatever. And
Ashia.
She's calling Izumi Sano.
Yeah, whatever. I'm calling them by the name that I recognize.
We're treating them like we're their friends.
Yeah. Well, we can say Shuichi instead of Nakatsu, if that's easier for you to say.
No, that I don't. Honestly, I don't know. They're both bad. Neither one's great.
Okay.
Natsu? Can we call him that?
No, that's not the right name.
No. Damn it. Okay, whatever. All right. That's it. That's all today, everyone.
See us next week. We're 2 more.
Thanks.
You like this pace, the 2 pace? Yeah, we went long. 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think. Yes. Well, I feel like there's lots of fun banter, so we'll give that air to breathe and give ourselves a break after Utena.
Yep.
So episodes 3 and 4 next time.
Right.
Thanks for
Catch you later.
listening. Bye.